Everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 4, Episode 63 with me, Sid, and you just caught me in the kitchen, just getting myself a snack for the day, you know. And so last episode we talked a bit. We made this Paul Bunyan bag. The Paul Bunyan bag is awesome. A tier 2 bag, got lots of space, and yeah, it's, you know, I want that. I don't really want those seeds on me. So I'm just, the drawback is of coming back into the episode right now is I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. No, I know exactly what I'm doing. So we spoke. I need a stick. Last episode we were starting off with this thing. We made the Paul Bunyan bag so we could actually go out there and utilize hello, you're ready. This thing. What's that? Is it full? It may be. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Hup. It looks like it may be full. Now, this is a problem. I don't think that, oops, that is going to work. What have I just hit now? Oh man. Why did Mojang ever think this was a good idea? And especially putting it on a hotkey directly above the keys. You know, it's just like, are we back to normal? Are we? I think we're back to normal. Anyway, there has been doubt cast as to whether the trapdoor is the best idea. I am also wondering whether the trapdoor is the best idea. And because I'm wondering whether the trapdoor is the best idea, I'm going to take the trapdoor out of the equation. It's not necessary, because what we can do is we'll set this one running, and we shall get ready. And any moment now. Now here's the thing. If this thing is wrong, which it is, damn it. Right, so wooden door, flammable. Okay, well, now we know. So this technique, not 100% perfect. Let's see how that goes. It will either have lost an awful lot of wood at you know, and that will be quite a painful loss in many respects. Let me get a few bits of dirt. I just want to go and fix something while I'm out there, or it will either work or it won't. That's how it's going to go, isn't it? That door is not going to work as a solution. This is fine. However, I need to fix this. I also need to fix over here. But I also spoke about and have since gained 30 levels with the objective. Now, I would like to enchant my leggings, but there's probably one that is better, and that is because this axe is looking particularly broken down, shall we say. I probably should actually get a chest out here, shouldn't I, next to this? Leave that running, see what it does. Yeah, we should probably do that. I'll get a chest out there while I'm thinking about a chest, or actually let's go with a barrel. Barrel is good. So yeah, what the hell was I talking about? I've completely forgotten already again. Yeah, the good old, right, in there and seal it. There we go. This is going. We're going to make a new axe, and we are going to enchant the axe, and then I'll grab some more levels between stuff. But I also need to run some more blooms at some point. And yeah, there's a great many things I actually need to do, like all of these things, and Right now, it's going to take a while, so let's go for bumps and boobs. I'm going to go bumps and there we go, boobs. Wow. Wow, we got absolute crap. I mean, brilliant on a sword, but oh well. You know what? It doesn't matter. Now I can use that. I can pop that in there and get the iron back, but we'll not get those 30 levels back. So we'll leave it as is. That's fine, and we shall just have to chalk that one up to experience, won't we? Yes, we will. Right, what are we doing? What is burning? Oh, right. Okay, it's alright. I was wondering what the hell was burning, and it was that. Unseal. Let me do some of the latex runs, and I'll be back with you in a minute. I'm back with you now. It burnt all the wood. God damn it. Alright. How much did we actually manage to rescue? Not a lot. Alright, well, that is annoying. It's very annoying, in fact. More annoying than that, even. Alright, well, you know what, there's only one thing for it. Redo it. I mean, I could do this and restack it. That would just, I don't know whether to do that or not. You know, there's a hell of a lot of wood here, and every single block was full. You know what? Because we were doing an experiment, I'm going to cheat. I know this is very naughty of me, but yeah, we are. We're going to go with a bit of the great wood, and we'll basically restack this, and we'll have done with. Chalk it up to experience. Try it again without the door in place. Oh, not that. Where are you? Okay. I need to get rid of all of the logs in my inventory before we finish this off. But that's fine. And if anybody's got a problem with it, well, fine. But you're not the one who has to then go out and dig and try and replace all these logs. You know, there's a lot of time and effort goes into some of this, and that used to work. I mean, I know Etho did one with her door system as a whoops. All right, I'll jump back in. Let me just get up here, right? Because I had to actually do this kind of a bit backwards anyway. So I had to kind of do that when we went in the last time. Now let me just get these out of the way. Change the game mode back to survival, because you know it is all getting late as well. It is all about survival, but let's try that. I really do hope this works, because if it doesn't, then I will be more than a little disappointed. And anytime you're ready, off you go. Right, we'll let that do its thing now, and we will return to our regularly scheduled non-cheating program. Right. Okay. See you in the morning. Alright, we're going to just deal with this chucklehead I'm going to have this tree down because it's a real pain in the backside where it is. Mobs spawn under it constantly. And there we go. Loaded and fire. Dead. So we're going to get this down while we're here because, as I say, this one is a pain. Mobs constantly spawn under it, and yeah, we're just doing it. So that's burning away quite happily. I've swapped out the pot over there. There's a pot down here on this one, I think was where we put one. Yep. This one is not full. Let me do the round trip then. So with the thing, I'm trying to do like a I probably should have brought the. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's another tree there as well. I didn't locate it. It was always there. Right, so the plans for today, apart from I feel a little bit flustered by the lack of plans for today because the plans for today have been somewhat derailed by the game's insistence to screw me over. But that's fine. We shall get that one going there, and then we'll go and grab this one over here, and the world will be good and happy, and we'll take those back and run them. I want to try and get the area done immediately around my Thaumcraft build area. I want to basically get a room in there that, or get the room done. That's only 44% grown. Okay, get the room done in there so we can actually start to use it and do the next stage. I've got enough rubber and stuff to make 2 more bags, but I haven't got the jute right now, so that's not a biggie. We'll work around and wait on that one to come in. And so the thoughts I have for the Thaumcraft area. Oh, still need to harvest. Oh, I'm going to get these. While we're talking, the thoughts I have for the Thaumcraft area are along the lines of having some kind of glass roof section over the main hoofer dome. The infusion altar, that's the word I'm looking for. We'll get there eventually. And all of that will be quite doable. With what we've got, but the one thing, because obviously it's purple, and many people have suggested that I should do something in purple. I suspect I am not the only purple obsessed person in the Purple Alliance here. But you know, we've got purple, and purple is going to be a bit of a pain to grow. Because it's blue and red, so red means hematite. We need to grind that down, mixing it up with lapis and all those, you know, bad things, if you like. However, there is a stained glass in here which only costs 1 of each and 3 clay. Now, clay's cheap. We've got plenty of the colours, so I may go with this stained glass. Well, we'll go with purple, obviously, not magenta. Who wants magenta? I mean, yeah. Right, we've got fruit. Have we got space? What we got there? They're both 160. Yeah, we'll stick that in there. So, that's my plan. And we're going to go down. I'll just have a quick peek. While we're walking past that, we'll dump you off in there. And we'll dump you off in there. So, I need to go and just put these back in. We're going to go with a 3. It would be 1, or if that was the top there. You've got 3, then 1, then 1, then 3. So it's a fairly simple shape to do. In here we'll put some black, and we'll use some more of this black around the area, and we'll get that done. But I'm just going to go and get these 2 rubber pots going, and maybe do a little bit of grinding on the old experience. I also want to just check on this, see what it's done, see if it has done. Please work, please work. It worked. It does work. Just don't use wooden things for your access. Jeez, that is going to give us a lot of charcoal. It's going to take a lot of refilling as well. Worth noting, but wow, wow, big wow. That's half a stack just there. If we just go, I'm just going to take this so far in because I want to expose the light source in this, make this a safe area, shall we say. But yeah, this works. Just don't use flammable things to block off the chimney and or the entrance. Is probably, in fact, I think if you were to go back in history, historically they used either iron doors, and before that they would have probably used clay to, oh crap, there's still blocks up there that we can't see. Damn. Okay, that's fine. We're nearly to the clearing. Anyway, I'm going to go and just do these rubber things, and then we'll come back and we shall get some work done on our area. I had to bring the jack-o'-lantern up as well because I couldn't actually stack things, but that is a lot of charcoal. Yeah, back in a bit. Alright, so first job of the day is let's get some building materials. We need a whole, oops, can't do that. We need a whole load of basalt bricks, or blocks even. I am going to take that out. Trying to get me. And we shall just bring all of this down here for starters. So yeah, we need a whole load of these. Someone commented that I was very lucky to have such a nice rock. Now, I'll be honest, there was a degree of luck, but I tend to look for areas that have certain rock types when I'm looking for my build spots. So there was a certain amount of luck, but there was also an amount of yeah, I looked around and saw that it had certain rock types. I would not ever build in an area that had, for example, claystone, because it is the most vile rock ever devised by mankind. Let's just get some steps in here, make this a bit easier. Whereas a rhyolite, of course, is not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. So yeah, it's kind of a trade-off. We pick the rocks we like and go with them. Come here, you. Anyway, need to grab some of this. Be back when I've got maybe 2 or 3 stacks. Oh, I can't. There we go. Yeah, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so if you're curious how much charcoal that gives us on a run, there you go. Not to be sniffed at. Thought I really ought to do that just to finish that one off. Steady on there, cows, scaring me. Yeah, so lots and lots and lots of charcoal, which is good. That's 9 stacks in there now, which is absolutely brilliant. I need to sort out a bit of food, need to get a drink, and then we can continue on with the plans for this thing, for the Thaumcraft area. And it's kind of this at the moment. This is a bit of a balancing act, and by which I mean I'm trying to balance my time spent. Good morning. My time spent doing the Thaumcrafty stuff to the time spent doing the TFC stuff to the time spent. So if that's the middle hand there, 1, 2, 3. So I need to take that one out and replace it with that one out and replace it with that, and that one out and replace it with that. Alright, that's fine. Still need to think about what we're going to do with the... Hey, hello. Steady on there, matey. What I'm going to do with other bits of this build, but yeah, it is a work in progress, and as a work in progress, it's going to take a little bit of time to iron out all the kinks. Not least of which is the fact we've got a bloody great cave above here, and there's a skeleton somewhere in this lot rattling around. But that's the shape of the dome. I need to decide on how I'm going to do this. So I'm thinking that we'll have well, tell you what, let me go and work out my geometry, because that's going to be important. And I also want to take, what can I take that's easy to, oh dear, let me get rid of those. What I really need, you tell you what I need, and what I need is a whole load of carpenter's blocks, because these are dead easy to break and they're quite cheap to make. So if I grab a stack of those and a stack of those and do that, that's scaffolding. I didn't want scaffolding. Or do I want? Let me just check something. Because this, I don't know. That might be the thing to go with, actually. All right, we'll go with scaffolding. I didn't really mean to make that, but it kind of a nice, pleasant accident. Anyway, yeah. So we need to start planning and thinking what we're going to do over in that this roof area, which is going to be a bit awkward, but we'll work it round, because we're going to need to basically dirt over some areas, and you know that this area, all of this needs to be covered in dirt. I know we're down here somewhere. I hear you, mate. I'm just not entirely sure where you are. I assume you're underground somewhere. Buggered if I know where he is. Clearly know where he can get to me, so that's fine anyway. Right, so we've got this. We know that this is our the 3 here. So what I'm going to do, I think, to start off with, is I'm going to work on the basis that we're going to raise this up 1. So it's like this. And obviously all of this will need to come out, as will that. Oops. And what I suppose I should be doing is chiseling these blocks as well, because that will make it less prone to caving. So yeah, I've got a wee bit of digging to do here, I think we can safely say. And the time is getting on again, so we need to be thinking. I also need to think about what I'm going to do with this hill, this slope here, because I don't really want to have the dome overshadowed by a huge cliff, or do I? I don't know. Well, I'll get on and I'll be back again in a bit. Alright, I'm making some progress, and I have changed my design. I may actually change it a little. No, actually I won't change it a little bit more. But what I do need is probably a couple of stacks of these, maybe more. That can go in there. We have picked up a gem along the way, and there is some loggage, which will stick into the bunion sack for the time being, because why not? Scaffolding I haven't used yet. I'm going to put these great wood saplings away, just out the way there, and I am almost certainly going to want at least one, maybe two more chisels, because I'm going to be using them. So where are we? Well, let me go and I'll show you. So I was a little bit concerned that the dome was going to look, oh, I wanted dirt as well. Dirt. So yeah, I was a little bit concerned that the dome was going to look a little bit stupid, because it was going to be overshadowed by the cliff that runs, would definitely have run up to either side of it. And then I thought, well, the dome doesn't actually have to be at roof level. The dome can be higher up. So what we started with is this. So I've got a circular tower, and the dome's going to go on the top. I just started filling in all of... That was impressive. Started filling in all of this area as well, just to make sure that we are absolutely covered. I'm going to do that, and a little bit there, and then we'll come down and fill in here as well. I think I'm going to actually bring this out over this as well, all the way, just so it's hidden, completely and utterly hidden. And it's going to look a little bit odd with some of these trees growing in, but you know, Minecraft trees grow like that anyway. It's not a biggie. I just want to make sure there's no gotchas waiting around here. There are plenty of gotchas waiting around here for me, but that's fine. So what we're going to have is we're going to basically be a solid stone structure. Now I'll probably, which is why I brought the extra chisels, chisel the exterior of this. Maybe I don't know whether to do the interior or not. You know, I think. Oops. There's a couple of options, so let me just finish off here and I'll show you what I'm thinking. I've brought plenty of this stuff with me, so well, I say plenty. It's not as much as I thought it was, but we can certainly get that in. So one option would be to go in and chisel, if I change the mode, so we can get this going. Oops. And I think that will work. Just bringing that. The other one would have been to do something more flattening in the area. So we can come down and do this down here. And we should go right down, because obviously But the question is then, do I want to do anything with this, or is that enough? I think that that is enough. Now, what level, or do we even really worry? I don't know. I don't think it. As long as it vanishes into the ground, then we'll get away with it, like that. Because you're going to get weird lighting artifacts if you with that anyway. There's no avoiding that particular aspect of this. So let me get this built in, and we'll be able to take this floor out eventually as well, but we'll do that from inside. And here we can just take this down. As I say, it's a shame about the lighting artifacts, but there's really nothing. Oh dear, there's nothing we can do about that one. But sometimes you also have to realise that you've cocked up and just live with your mistakes. And trust me, I've made a few of them in my life. Alright, anyway, but that is not what we're here for. We are here to get this tower done, so I'm going to get this done and I shall be right back with you. Yeah, these scaffolding do break over time. I thought they did. I don't know why. It seems such a useless block. But there you go. Useless block. Pick it all up. So what I was thinking was this, and I brought this stuff in just to go as a temporary block. So we're going to come up like this, and then we're going to come in one. We're going to have a block of this. Oh, I forgot about that feature of the carpenter's blocks. Alright, let's try that again. Well, let me just put you down. Oh, bottom. Alright. Well, we're going to have to work around that and go and grab those in a moment. I don't know how. Well, I suppose there's only one way to grab those, isn't there? That's going in through the basalt. Which is a bit of a pain, but there you go. Oh well, basalt it is. But right, let's try not to bugger this up anymore, shall we? Okay, so we're going to have you, and then we're going to have a bit of that here and there. Doesn't really matter about those scaffold blocks; they'll just break on their own accord. Clearly, although we can just knock them out ourselves, and we'll just do that. And then what do we want? Do we want to come into a... Yeah, I think we probably at this point are thinking about... So I'm muttering to myself, I realise I am, but and it's a bad habit of mine that I have got over the years from just when you're talking to yourself and we are working on these things, I tend to sub-vocalise. And it's only got worse since I started doing YouTube videos, because of course the nature of the YouTube video is such that you are very used to the idea of vocalizing things all the time. So anyway, let us bring this. Actually, I'm going to take you out if I can grab you. Oh, dare I? I daren't do that. I really daren't. Doesn't matter. We have got the means to ignore that. And This is by way of making this unspawnable, by the way. Now these are going to be a bit of pain because they are going to project out, and I can't think of a way. Well, I suppose I could do them in one. Yeah, it's possible. Hang on a second. I know I'm working at height, so I should actually be taking this a lot more cautiously than I am, which is odd for me because normally when I get up into the heights territory, I kind of go and bottle it, for want of a better phrase. Now here's a question, and one that I'm going to answer before oops, I didn't mean to do that. Do those DecoCraft blocks see that this definitely needs something, so I'm going to need more of this smooth basalt, which is and then maybe, well, there was at least, well, there was one piece down there, probably not now. I'm going to have to go back in here, aren't I, just to grab all of this. I don't want to waste. Skyblock mentality creeping in there, the unwillingness to waste anything. Right, now here's a question then. So can I boom. No is the answer. So do we then go like this and just have this roof projecting out, or do we put the roof one in? Doesn't really matter if mobs spawn. I suppose that would use less. And if we're doing that, then can I then use something like this? Let me just to really give you that sense of continuity there. And I think the answer is yeah, I can. So we're going to need some more of you. We're going to need to get that done. Back in a minute. And alright, I've been and grabbed the stuff, so we should now be able to finish this dome off. Hopefully without too many. Now here's an issue. So we're going to address this by I'm going to turn you into bum. Helps if you don't do it wrong, but I don't want these. Okay, I say it doesn't matter if they're spawnable, but there's a part of me that I'm going to do that, I think. Yeah. There's a part of me that doesn't like leaving areas spawnable. And I think that's because we are, or I'm so used to playing and trying to make these areas as, you know, spawn safe as possible. And when you're making things spawn safe, and bearing in mind obviously it's TFC, so it has a spawn safety count thing going on in the background. So if I hang around this area long enough, things won't spawn. Simple as. So I don't need to really worry as much about spawns as I. Right, before I go any further, do we think we should that yeah, I think. So just let me just check this out. I think we're going to be better off with that than we are with that weedier looking. It's just a more solid looking block, isn't it? Yeah, we're going to go with that one. And the other thing we need to do is that. I really do need to be careful here. That fall possibly wouldn't kill me, but I am on a low health, so although apparently TFC fall doesn't even take account of your health, it's a percentage of your health, so your fall, you could have 10,000 point life points and it wouldn't matter, because you would take a percentage of 10,000 and not a calculated value based on that. So yeah, that's fine, that's fine. You need to come out and then we'll finish these off. It's probably a little bit friendlier on the chisel as well, well, truth be told. Now scaffolds. Hello, what happened there? These are necessary because this will not allow me to place it on thin air. So we do have a certain element of necessity involved here, but it's only that one. I probably made way more of this purple stuff than I need, but that's fine because we can recycle it. So yeah, let's get not so fine, and that, and we'll grab that. What appears to be a very large block, actually. Wow, this is a very rich purple, but that's fine. I like rich purple. Rich purple is good. And there we go. Now these may, maybe they're not. Okay, we can go down and take out the ceiling now of the thing and go and get our purple block back, and that will be this area. I don't know whether I can get a good shot of it without all these trees in the way. I'm thinking I could do with a new thumbnail. Let's go with that. F1, F2, F1, there you go. Temporary new thumbnail till I get something better. Right, yeah, let's just go and finish off, and I need to figure out, let me just also, yeah, I'm probably way over time. Well, I was way over time before I started recording this segment. I was like 37 minutes, so odds are that I am over time, and but that doesn't matter because we can now take this lot out and feel good that this is now featured somewhat. Now there is potentially some stuff we could do internally as well, actually, looking at this. Let me just finish getting these out. So that should be pretty much all of the blocks. We can take our chisel and do the same thing in here. So we can get chisel-y around the place. Straight away give us some alternate kind of things. Now I said it was 9 by 9, didn't I? So I can't bring a post down there. What else could we do? I mean, in theory, I can do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to use my carpenter's block as scaffold because that's about the easiest thing to break. and I'm going to just do a wee bit of chiseling inside here. The scaffold is actually not much good because obviously it breaks soon as look at it. So, but I'll get this done and I shall be right back with you. Well, that's an interesting effect. It's night time and look at that. You can barely see anything except the night sky. I really like that. As I say, unfortunately it was not by design, but yeah, I'll take it. I will definitely take it. Alright, so longer than I anticipated this episode, mainly by cut short by the or long by the log pile not working quite the way we liked, but we have got the feature area, if you like, carved into this. Now I'm just wondering if there's anything we can do here just to make this that little bit more. I'm just looking at, you know, when you start looking at things and you're going, how do I make that more interesting? Does that work? How's about that even? I think it does actually. Right, I'll do that between episodes and repeat that elsewhere. But that is, yeah, I am happy with that. Much happier than I thought. Well, happy with that than I am with that axe enchant anyway. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.